listening to Crystal Clear Lore, a Wormsong production. The Arkansas Horizon Observatories had long devoted resources to tracking the Aries constellation. For centuries, it had marked the Vernal Equinox, the true beginning of spring, and something about it always felt unfinished. Carl Ludo, who had been an astronomer there for the last 20 years, could always be found at the telescope whenever he had a chance, studying each star's position in the constellation and tracking them. During one of his shifts, as he was compiling data on Hamal's orange hue, Sheridan's subtle variability, and the faint golden threads he'd begun noticing between them, he realized something off in the notes, a misplaced capital letter. Curious, he scanned the rest of the document and found more irregularities. Misspellings, odd capitalization choices, and even a few odd placement of numerals. Carl rubbed his eyes. A typo, surely. But as he scrolled further, the irregularities multiplied. Random capitals forming patterns, misspellings that echoed ancient words, and at the end of one of the pages, a message. The Fleece frays. The charge resumes. Carl leaned closer to the screen, the observatory's red safe light painting his face in bloody hues. The cursor blinked over the message like an accusation. He tabbed back through the last week's entries. His entries. Or so he'd thought. The pattern emerged slowly, almost reluctantly. Capitals scattered like dropped coins. Hamal, Sheridan, Mesartham. When he read them vertically down the margin, they spelled nonsense at first, then something colder. Charge. Below it, a single line. The Fleece frays at the equinox. The observatory dome hummed overhead, a low mechanical heartbeat. Outside, the March wind scraped against the metal like claws on wool. Carl rubbed his temples. 20 years of staring into the void had taught him to distrust fatigue-induced hallucinations, but this felt different, solid, intentional. He pulled up the raw images from last night's report. Hamal's orange disk should have been steady at magnitude 2.01. Instead, the photometry showed a spike. Brief, jagged, like a suppressed sneeze. Plus 0.15 mag in under 10 minutes. Then back down. The color index shifted too, from warm K2 orange towards something hotter, almost crimson. He cross-checked Sheridan and Mesartham. Same anomaly, synchronized to the second. It wasn't atmospheric distortion. It couldn't be just an equipment glitch. The stars themselves had flinched. A chill ran through him. He remembered the old constellation guide on the AHO site. Aries, the ram that carried the children to safety, yet one fell screaming into the sea. Carl had always skimmed the myth section. Tonight, it felt less like folklore and more like a warning. He opened a new log entry, fingers hesitant, and typed, anomalous brightening in Aries core stars. Possible variable behavior unlisted in catalogs. Check for... The keyboard stuttered and Carl's pulse quickened. An urge rose in his chest. Sharp. Forward. Unstoppable. Like the need to run. Not away from danger, but straight into it. He stood abruptly. Chairs scraping. The dome's slit showed a wedge of sky. Aries low on the western horizon. Faint but insistent, as if watching back. Carl walked to the eyepiece, breath fogging the metal. Through the 24-inch reflector, Hamal burned brighter than it had any right to. For a heartbeat, he swore he saw golden threads, filaments of plasma, trailing from it towards Sheridan, like veins knitting together. Then the impulse hit harder. Charge. Run. Break free. He gripped the railing until his knuckles whitened. Below, on the mountain road, a single headlight wound upward. Someone arriving late for a shift? Or something else? The wind howled louder, carrying what might have been a distant bleat, or a scream. Carl forced himself back to the console. He needed to document this properly, alert the network, but as he typed, another line appeared in the log, timestamped now. The rider returns. The seal weakens. Prepare the first sacrifice. He stared, heart hammering like hooves on stone. The cursor blinked once, innocently. Outside, the headlight crested the ridge, engine cutting off in the sudden silence. Footsteps crunched on gravel, slow and deliberate. Carl swallowed. The The stars watched and waited. Footsteps crunched outside, deliberate on the gravel path to the dome. Carl's hand hovered over the emergency comm panel. Call the night supervisor in Morrilton. Alert the IIU anomalies desk. But the urge surged again. Forward. Charge. Meet it. His legs moved before his mind consented. He opened the side door. A figure stood silhouetted against the headlights. Tall, wearing a hooded parka, obscuring their face. In one gloved hand, a small black case. In the other, a folded cloth that caught the dome's red spill. Golden threads woven into wool.
You saw,
the figure said. Her voice was calm, almost kind.
the fraying.
Carl's throat cracked before working. Who are you?
Dr. Mara Klein. I'm a visiting researcher, transferred from Caltech last month.
She stepped into the light. She was mid-40s, with sharp features and eyes reflecting the observatory's red like embers. Carl had seen her name on the roster. Quiet, kept to herself, focused on stellar proper motion anomalies. He hadn't spoken to her before. She lifted the case onto the observing platform. Inside, a compact radio transmitter tuned to a frequency Carl recognized instantly. 1,420 megahertz. The hydrogen line, but modulated with rhythmic pulses. The same pattern he detected in Hamal's gamma bursts 2 weeks ago.
The order has waited generations.
Mara said, uncoiling cables.
Precession loosened the bonds. Your logs accelerated it. Every observation, every photon captured, tugged at the fleece.
Carl backed up a step. This is insane. The stars don't...
They do.
She connected the transmitter to the dome's auxiliary array.
Chrysomallos was never honored. Zeus bound it, imprisoned the ram that defied him, that carried forbidden children beyond divine reach. The constellation is its cage, Hamal the eye, Sheraton the flank, Nisarthim the horns. The fleece still glows because it remembers flight.
Outside, the sky had changed. Aries hung low, no longer faint. Hamal blazed crimson, brighter than Mars, casting long shadows across the ground. Golden filaments, real now, not hallucination, stretched between the stars like stitching pulled taut. Mara began chanting softly in ancient Greek. Carl caught fragments.
Chrysomalen, Phyrexi, Anabasis.
The words vibrated in his chest, syncing with his heartbeat. The charge returned, stronger. Hooves thundering in his skull, wind tearing at invisible wool beneath him. He lunged for the transmitter. Mara didn't resist. She stepped aside, smiling faintly. His fingers brushed the power switch and froze. Pain lanced through his arms. Skin prickled, then burned. Golden filaments erupted from his pores, thin at first, then thickening into wool-like strands that wrapped his wrists, his throat. He screamed. The sound came out half human, half bleat. Mara watched him passively.
The first rider, you were always meant to carry the burden.
Through the dome slit, the sky tore, not metaphorically, literally. A seam opened along the ecliptic, golden light pouring through like molten fleece. The ram emerged, not as a constellation, but as a presence. Vast, horned silhouette blotting out half the horizon. Eyes like twin supernova. It charged, not at Earth, but through it, resuming an eternal stampede across voids older than gods. Carl felt himself lifted, his body lightened, bones cracking and reforming, horns curling from his skull. He was no longer inside the observatory. He was on the ram's back, wind howling, carrying an impossible weight. Below, Mara raised her arms in supplication. The mountain trembled and trees bent as if fleeing. Then the fall began. Endless descent through starless dark. Golden Fleece unraveling behind him like a comet tail. He heard distant screams. Phrixus, Hele, or every astronomer who had ever stared too long? The observatory lights flickered out, casting everything into darkness. In the morning, search teams found the dome empty. Logs intact, but every Aries entry corrupted, replaced with vertical strings of capitals, Charge, charge, charge. The transmitter lay cold, cables severed as if by horns. Aries dimmed back to normal over the following weeks. No anomalies reported. No trace of Carl Ludo or Dr. Klein. But amateur astronomers began posting odd photos. A new faint star in Aries, slightly offset from Hamal. Human-shaped, if you squinted. And sometimes, on quiet nights, they reported an urge to run, not away, but to charge ahead on, forever. The ram had its rider, the charge resumed, and the stars, indifferent as ever, watched it go.
Welcome back to Crystal Clear Lore. I'm Crystal Lance, and I'm back in the recording closet once again with my producer, Brady.
Hello.
And we are starting a new kind of, I want to call it like a mini-series, but we are starting a Zodiac series.
Yeah, we got a long run planned for that. Aries is the starting, of course. Are we doing it alphabetical, or is that ironic?
No, we're doing it in the order that it actually goes through.
Didn't we do Persephone?
Yes.
So this is not the first?
No, Persephone's not a zodiac.
Oh. Why do you let me on the show?
Persephone's a goddess.
Remember, we did this so I could learn. You guys are just here for the ride. I said, she kept teaching me stuff, and I was like, why don't we just put you in front of a microphone? We can teach everybody.
Oh.
And there we go. Here's the that was a little history of Crystal Clear Lore. Professor Crystal here will take us away and tell us about Aries a little bit.
So we're going to start with like a zodiac overview. There are 3 different signs that go into your personal zodiac chart or astrology chart. There is the sun sign, which is like your core identity. It's your ego. It's your life's purpose. It's like who you are completely and utterly, right? The core of you. Like
id?
Yeah.
Okay.
The moon sign is your like emotions, instincts, subconscious, and security. So kind of what you hold dear. It's like a hidden part of yourself that you don't show everyone, but it's still like a part of you.
Oh, okay. So like your facade?
No.
Or no, that's different. That's outward. That's what you project.
Yeah. Your moon sign is like because not like, you know, the little parts of you that kind of hold safe and close and all that, right?
Yeah.
Your rising sign is your facade, how you present yourself to the world.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then there are cardinal, mutable, and fixed signs. You know, I'll go into those more in the next one, but kind of cardinals, like, you know, they kind of hold true. They don't move around. Mutables adapt. Fixed has its own thing. That'll go into more next time because that one can be wordy. There are 4 elements, which we all kind of know about from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Hang on. Air.
Air is intellect, communication, and social connection.
Water.
Emotion, intuition, and the subconscious.
Fire.
Passion, energy, creativity, enthusiasm.
And crushed up Oreos in your pudding with the gummy worm.
No. They made my phone go off. You were so wrong that my phone protested.
Yeah, it just went, no.
No, you get nothing. No.
So Earth.
Earth, stability, practicality, and grounded in the physical realm.
Nice.
So, gives you a bit of an overview. Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. It starts it off. You did get that right.
Okay. But it's not alphabetical.
No, well, is there another one off the top of my head that I can think that starts with an A?
Aquaman.
No.
No, sorry, no. I'm sorry. Aquarius.
Aquarius, that's it.
I was going to get there in the end.
Aquarius would come before Aries alphabetically.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's confirmed.
That we're not doing it alphabetically. Good job.
We did this with science. That was literal science unfolding in front of your ears. Or eyes if you have that synesthesia thing.
Isn't it called hyper? Okay, whatever. We're not gonna fall down that rabbit hole.
Well, we don't need to. I'm just mumbling mumbo jumbo.
Aries. The term Aries is Latin for ram or sheep.
Oh, well, actually, I didn't know that. I just knew it had to do with ram or sheep because of the constellation shape and all that.
Yeah, it's Latin.
I didn't know that it actually meant that.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. I need to just learn Latin. That'd probably be smart.
No, because you'll accidentally summon demons. We know this.
Well, I accidentally, yeah.
I don't want to clean up demon poop. Traditionally, the zodiac is between the dates of March 21st, which is the spring equinox, and April 20th.
Okay.
It is based off the Aries constellation. Now, it is normally a ram or a sheep, but apparently in Babylonian times, they considered it like a farmhand.
Like a farm, like
Like
the
a-
sheep was a farmhand?
No, like the constellation was a farmhand.
Oh.
I'm not.
Explain more. Do you understand that fully?
Not really,
What they mean by that?
But I have a hard time seeing Aries when I see the stars as like a sheep.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. The more complicated constellations are harder to see, but we don't have very good access to a night sky.
That's true.
Because if I see the pictures of them, even when there's not a marker, like a proper picture of it, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, I
At
can.
least I can. If you can't, I mean, it's harder for some people to see that kind of the shapes in the stars. But the ancient folk, they didn't have a lot of light pollution, so they saw a lot of shapes in the stars. With what's that called? Where you see patterns and stuff. How we saw those faces in the rocks on Mars because of the shadows. There was like what is that called?
So it's because our brains are naturally wired to see shapes and patterns and all that.
Yeah, it's like paraphasia or something weird. Like there's a weird word for that, but yeah. But yeah, we do it with the stars too.
The thing he called. I don't remember what it's called though. It's a big word. I remember that.
But imagine like that's a huge thing that happened every night. Just the sky lit up with all these stars. There's no you don't know what you're doing. There's no telescopes back then. I mean, that we know of if you go back far enough. Shout out Randall Carlson, I guess.
No.
Anyway, sorry, jokes aside. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine. It would just be the best. We got to go out to like a place where there's no light pollution.
And we don't
just observe what they used to see every single night. And that's why these stories were just so grand.
Well, and we don't even have that much light pollution where we are out in, a small town.
There's still enough from the surrounding cities and stuff. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I know.
There's still barely any stars out here. But yeah, we got to go like way out one of these nights and just see it.
To kind of pivot back to the zodiac.
Yeah, sorry.
Aries is a fire sign. Its ruling planet is Mars, and the color associated with it is red, right? So very high passionate associations. Now,
yeah, and it makes sense to go with the red planet.
Well, that's the thing too. So the only association with Aries or Mars, the Hellenic god of war, is literally the planet. There is no association.
Do you think they knew the Mars was red?
Yes, because you can see it from Earth's
it
surface.
has a bit of a red hue, I suppose, but still.
You can see it from Earth's surface without a telescope.
Yeah, but it still doesn't look that red.
It's pretty. It's not like
a golden hue.
I wouldn't say it's like red, like an apple or maybe like a deep cherry. You know what I mean? But like it's got a reddish hue.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Maybe I need to look at the sky more.
You need to look at the sky more. Go touch some grass.
That's the opposite.
No.
Of the sky.
You touch the grass. Ground. You touch the grass and look at the sky.
Yeah. What if I want to touch the sky and look at the grass?
I would be impressed if you managed.
It's called a rocket ship.
No.
Not Rocket Mortgage because we don't have a sponsorship.
Not yet.
But if we had a sponsorship, Rocket Mortgage, that would have been a perfect time to cut in with a mid-roll while she prepares whatever's on her notes.
Yes. So there is other associations with gods. Or maybe not like gods, but like I would say pagan practices or pagan gods.
Oop.
It is not native, so astrology isn't native to Norse paganism, Nordic gods.
Oh.
But a lot of modern practitioners will associate Aries to Odin due to Odin having domains of leadership, wisdom, and war.
I see. Was that why I was confusing it earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we kept, every time we were like, oh, I got to work on Aries, and it'd be like, Aries is zodiac, not the god.
Yeah, it's
very important.
It gets confusing sometimes.
In Kemetic religion, it is associated with Amun-Ra, the ram-headed man who rules over fertility, creativity, and he is a new kingdom version of the king of the gods, who is also the sun god.
I am the king of the gods. Did you know that?
No.
Can I have a raise now?
No, you don't get a raise. You're lucky you get 2 Tootsie Rolls a freaking year.
I just told you I'm the king of the gods, and I can't even get like a penny.
Nope.
Guys, put in the comments how much you think I should get paid. That'll be interesting.
However,
if it's less than a couple pennies, I might cry. I know I'm not that good, guys, but come
on. The strongest association with Aries is the Hellenic golden ram, right? So, according to Greek legend, King Athamas of Boeotia had married Nephele, a cloud nymph.
He had a cloud nymph?
Cloud nymph, yep.
What?
Okay,
that could be a whole other episode, but can you give us a really quick run?
Go in your head. Go to Disney's Hercules, where Philoctetes is stuck in the bush looking at the nymphs, right?
Oh, wrong thing. Sorry.
No. Philoctetes is stuck in the bushes looking at the nymphs.
Oh.
Okay, there's like the one that turns into a tree. That's a wood nymph. The ones that turn into a flower is a flower nymph. Okay, and there's like, I think there's a water nymph that goes into the river too, right? So she turns into like the water.
Elementary, Watson.
Anyway, so she's going to be a nymph.
That pun was way too powerful for you.
I'm upset with you. The nymph, a cloud nymph would be a nymph that, maybe looks kind of airy and, maybe translucent here and there, but can turn into a cloud.
That's kind of cool, actually. It would be useful to turn into a cloud as long as you had mobility.
I am not sure.
Ambulation.
Nymphs are a very diverse, I won't say race, because I don't think any other thing works for them.
I wouldn't know.
Nephele,
Never met one.
Nephele bore him 2 children, Phrixus and Hele. After Athamas abandoned Nephele for his new queen, because why isn't he not?
Always something with these guys.
Jeez, these Greek men.
It's always like an episode of Maury or like Jerry Springer or something.
Well,
if that doesn't age me. I don't know what else has.
Well, the jealous new queen devised a plot to kill her stepchildren because evil stepmother trope.
Gotta have that.
Nephele intervened because, of course, she did. They're her kids, and sent a magical golden fleeced ram to rescue them.
Nice. What can that thing do?
Well, hold on, because it's not going to be around for long.
Oh.
They flew to safety on his back, but Hele, the daughter, fell into the sea. It was thus titled the Hellespont after her death.
Oh.
But Phrixus survived the journey to Colchis to, be safe and away from his evil stepmother. When Phrixus arrived there, he sacrificed the ram to Zeus and gave the golden fleece to King Aeetes.
King Aeetes?
Aeetes.
Phone Homes?
No, Aeetes.
Oh, Aeetes.
Aeetes, yeah.
I like to Aeetes some tacos.
I tried to hold that together.
I was told to crack banter.
Yeah, not jokes or make banter. No, we must crack the banter now.
I've cracked it.
He's got the codes.
I got the documents.
It would be this fleece that the Jason and the Argonauts would later quest for. Jason and the Golden Fleece. That's a pretty popular Greek myth. I think a lot of people know that one.
I kind of heard of it.
Yeah, it's the same Golden Fleece. It's the same ram.
Yeah, I think I've heard a couple variations.
So that's I would say the folklore origins of Aries is that.
Is this the golden ram that they were worshiping that made God mad in the Bible?
No, I think that was a bull in Exodus.
It was a gold. Yeah, I think it was a bull. I got my memory.
No, because I remember watching the old movie.
Here's my story. I used to have time to read.
Uh-huh.
And those were times where I read stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I don't have time to read.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to recall all of that stuff. So from years ago. This is a lot of thoughts ago.
No, because I remember watching the old black and white 10 Commandments movie with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bull, I think. It's like a golden bull.
I think you're right. We could just look it up, but we know it doesn't matter.
Anyway.
I'm just making weird correlations at late at night in a closet.
Now, if you are born under Aries, now, and remember that depending if it's your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign, depends on which part of you it represents, right?
Yes, we went over that.
So don't.
Yeah.
So sun
internal, external.
Sun is like your core self.
Yep.
Rising is what you portray yourself as, and moon is the hidden part of you.
Yes.
That you don't let everyone see.
What if you don't even know about it?
Sometimes, I mean, it's depending on some circumstances, it's still going to be in there. It's still part of the mix. You know what I mean?
Mine's blue. Shit, no, it's not a secret anymore.
Being born under Aries, the core personality of Arians. Oh, no. Oh, I just realized that's not a great term.
Abort.
Oopsie.
What's the real word?
Ariesans, I think.
Ariesans?
I don't know.
Ariesans?
I don't like it.
Arieses?
It's makes my tongue twist.
Yeah, we're gonna insert new word here.
The core personality and identity is that they are naturally strong, confident, and vigorous. They have a lot of high energy, right?
Yeah.
So in the story, when the constellation, when the ram was like having an effect on Carl, it was like, oh, I need to go run. I need to go do this. I got to go. Very much.
Just
boom,
that spirit
boom.
of it. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's good.
They are natural leaders who feel comfortable with taking charge and initiating projects. And they are so good at initiating projects that they do not finish them.
Oh, they're just good at the initiating part.
Yep.
Then they just have to do another initiating. That's fun.
Really good at starting stuff, not the best at finishing stuff.
I think I have a friend who is an Aries, and he's kind of notorious for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the literal, just what it is.
I think over the years he's learned to follow through, but I remember for a while it was one thing after another.
Yeah, it's something, you can overcome it, you can work on it, but you're not going to have that natural inclination.
Exactly.
They do approach life very courageously, competitively, and they're always ready for a challenge.
Rock on.
Communication with them is very blunt and has zero subtlety.
Yes.
They are the giant hammer just smacking you in the face with whatever their opinion is.
Yeah, he likes to get on news and give you those opinions, like the news on social media.
Oh, God.
And it's not wasted either. He's not boring. Let's just put it that way. His witty banter is amazing. I'm not going to dox him or anything, but you should be jealous. That's all I'm going to say. He's a good friend list guy.
Well, and the reason, so it's funny you say that because the next point is that they're very passionate and they're also very excitable.
Yes.
High passion, high energy.
Again with the Facebook.
More passion, more energy, more passion. That's like all they are. Very much passion and energy, and I'm here for it, and we're going to go, and we're going to just beat everyone, and we're going to be the best that we can be. But God, don't make me finish anything. I don't want to.
I kind of wish I could mix in a little bit of that with your sign and just see what happens. It would be kind of scary.
Don't.
It would be scary.
Don't do it. We'll get to our signs, and we'll dox ourselves on our signs when we get there. But
yeah, we'll do that. Oh man,
it's a ways away. So meh. You guys gotta wait.
I'm so cool that I have a sign that hasn't even been invented yet because we haven't got there yet.
Orphe?
What?
Never mind. We'll talk about Orphe.
Oh boy. There's gonna be a rabbit hole. So many rabbit holes on this show. We should have just named it the rabbit hole.
So yeah, they are very impulsive though, and very independent. They're usually optimistic. There's not a lot of like pessimism here. Sometimes they might, I would say, drift into realism. They're pretty optimistic though.
Nice. Could you imagine if you could get a pill and just adopt those features for like a day from a pill and just shift your whole like modality?
That sounds terrible though, because then you wouldn't feel like you.
Though? Yeah, you would have to know what you're getting into though. That's going to be an effect.
Yeah, that's true.
Accept it and be okay with it. It'd be scary the first few times, I bet.
Probably. Now I have rizzed up the Aries people, right?
Rizzed them up.
Rizzed them up. Here's where they're bad.
Oh boy.
They can be prone to short, explosive bursts of anger. So they get They get angry, they just explode for like a little bit, and they're all good.
Me too, though.
Yeah, and you're not an Aries, which is interesting.
No.
So again, this is not like,
Everybody
has
exactly.
this.
It's just.
It's not like everybody has this that's an Aries and only Aries has it. Like there's some bleed over.
It's like a general guideline of the phenomenon of coincidences, I would say.
Okay, well, we're going to talk more about
I wouldn't say
that.
they're coincidences, but they're just named, therefore they're coincidences.
If the moon can have effect on the tides and humans are mostly made up of water, then why wouldn't the planets have effects on us?
Because
what I thought.
Not a ridiculously large body of water, first of all. But that's not my argument.
Okay.
It's just an argument.
Oh, fair. Aries can also be impatient, selfish, and they can be uncompromising. Now, obviously, you can work on yourself if you have those traits and you overcome them, but you're not starting with that like just being something easy to get over. That's something you have to work at to get over and work at to change.
If I was an Aries, I would say I don't want to because I'm uncompromising.
See, yeah.
So good luck. It's the paradox, I guess.
It is. It's what it is. Like they are. I've known an Aries. I think I've only known one. Double checking.
I love how we're talking about, I'm sorry. This has the, please forgive me. This has that same feeling as and maybe it's just the fact that we're kind of hiding in a closet a little bit. But it has like a feeling of like we're talking about races. Like we're sitting there like those Aries people. I've never seen them at the grocery store.
I don't remember what their thing was, and I know it isn't the word I said before, which is super racist, so leave me alone.
Whoa. Well, I mean, not really. There's just some stigma.
It's not
but
racist,
anyway,
but
we'll move on from that. It gives me a feeling because we're over here like the Aries, you know. Oh, them Aries and them Taurus.
I need to do your full chart because I know your sun sign, but I don't know your moon and rising sign. I know mine, and what's really interesting is my sun sign and my rising sign are the same.
Yeah. Can you imagine if in the back in the day and nobody wrote it down, but there was like an old, like just some old warmonger, we'll call him, okay?
Okay.
And he just decided, I just don't really like Aries. And he took it really seriously, of the zodiac signs. He's like, the world would really do better without this sign. And wouldn't that be crazy? Like a zodiac killer, but because of their zodiac. And I didn't mean to make that pun, but it works.
I mean, that's fair, but I was thinking because
I think that'd be a better Zodiac killer, and I think we should make that movie into a thing or something or a series on Netflix because A, people love true crime, and B, because you're lucky it's not a true crime podcast, folks, and B, I just think that's better than the Zodiac killer.
Well, okay, so you're talking about like something like Seven?
That's a bit like it, yeah, but that's kind of a thing where it's kind of all of them are a bit represented. Wasn't that the sins? That was
Seventh is the sins, but
no,
like
I mean
so
just
everybody
somebody that just wants to genocide all of a certain sign.
Oh, okay. So see, I was thinking more like one of each thing, but
yeah, that would just be interesting. You always hear people want to genocide for like race and all these other reasons, but I've never heard of anyone. I just really don't like Aries. I think we just get rid of them all.
Well, because the people that pay attention to astrology are usually witches, and it goes against the witch's like creed unless you're playing with black magic, which
so you say you're a really dark witch, you just completely fallen off. Yeah, you're a black witch and you've completely fallen off, and you just like, you know what, we're getting rid of all the Aries. That'd be a good little movie, actually.
I mean, you're just damning your soul to literal torture and hell, whatever your version is, because like you can't do that. Of
course, yeah. There's a cost.
There's a cost. Yeah. The cost is your soul.
It has to be worth it.
And I mean, black witches give me the EBGBs.
I just thought it was a cool premise. Anyway, we can continue. I get lost in my ideas sometimes.
It's totally fine.
And then everyone's going to steal them because I decided to put them out on my podcast.
We copyrighted
I just want the movie. No, I don't even care. Make the movie, someone, and I can watch it and be happy. So
no, you have to pay us for that. I've decided.
Okay. I take checks under
Worm Song Media.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Worm Song Media.
We'll take $20,000 per second that you are filming that movie.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty cheap rate, too.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I think that's fair.
Feel free to throw in some concessions.
Mm-hmm. I'm down.
Anyway, this episode's gone off the rails. I'm so sorry.
It always does.
It's late night in a closet. My brain goes, but I have been upgrading my brain with chemicals lately. Just creatine. Don't get excited, folks. It's not cocaine.
I
But,
mean, the way you were saying that, I was like, where did you get cocaine, my guy? Like,
it's not making me any smarter, but it is making my thoughts weirder at this late at night.
That's true.
So-
What time is it? It's late.
It's late.
It's real late.
Let's not clock docs.
Oh, it's late.
I'm not going to clock docs. I just made that one up.
But anyway, so this is the beginning of our Zodiac series. The next one is going to be, oh my gosh,
Well,
it is
next
Taurus.
week. It's going to be next week.
No, the next Zodiac coming up is Taurus, the bull.
I'm getting fired.
And we have Taurus in our family, and my
Yeah.
best friend is a Taurus. Yeah.
Do they both listen?
Maybe.
Is it, tu padre?
Tu padre.
Oh. Yeah, Toro.
Toro.
Yeah. That's exciting. I hope he hears it.
Well, you know what? If he does, he does. But whatever.
We won't talk shit.
We're gonna talk shit.
That we wouldn't say right to his face.
Exactly. But yes, my father is a Taurus, and one of my best friends is a Taurus. So
She listens.
Taurus is our next one. But then we, of
They
course,
scare me. They're scary.
Well, I'm terrible.
They're scary. They're just intimidating. They have a presence to them.
But for tonight and this week, we will let you guys go, and I hope this made Aries a bit more crystal clear.
Real quick.
Nope.
Sorry to interject, but there is something I needed to address, and that is I think there was more to Aries, but she's just getting annoyed with me, so we're cutting it out.
There isn't.
I know. I'm sorry.
God.
Had to do one more stupid self-deprecating joke.
I hate you so much some days.
And I hope that has made Aries crystal clear.
Bye.
Bye.
Follow us on Threads and Insta at Wormsong Media. That's WYRMSONG Media. Want to reach out to us? Email us at wormsongmedia@gmail. Again, that's WYRMSONGMEDIA@gmail.